IXL even or odd third grade math Google Chrome. Even odd radio button not checked. 1 of 2.
Hi everyone, Dr. Robinson here with another tech lesson. Today we're doing IXL, third grade math. And the questions are on even or odd, but whether it's whatever question it is, let's say you're having difficulties selecting the options that it is giving you. In this particular page, it's going to tell us it's a radial button. I'm going to tell you, because I'm doing screen capture, I could easily have JAWS talking software or any screenware reader issues because everything wants to use the video card. So I will actually say what I'm on if my JAWS decides to duck out. So the first thing you want to do is, we heard IXL, but I want you to insert T. That tells you in general where you're at. Let's say you're on a page and it does not tell you. Insert T tells you in general where you're at. So let me do that first.
Math Google Chrome. IXL even or odd third grade math.
Okay. And the next thing is insert tab, which tells you exactly where you are at. So insert tab.
Even odd radio button not checked. 1 of 2.
Okay. So I'm actually on the radial button. At this point, I can up arrow and actually ask the question. When you open or listen to the question, when you actually open this page, a lot of times it's on the submit button and you have to up arrow. If you totally get lost, you can hit the letter H for heading. I'll do several of these. Now that I know exactly where I'm at, I know I can up arrow to the question. Okay, and at that point, JAWS would say, is 29 even or odd? I'll go up arrow and down arrow and see if I can force them to talk.
Assets icon, see example, arrow emphasize this 29 even or odd.
And it will. Now you're not going to be screen recording, so that should not be an issue. But if for some reason you are maneuvering around and you can't hear it, then up arrow and down arrow to listen to it. So is 29 even or odd? And the child's going to down arrow and listen to what the item is. Let's say we don't know this is a radial button yet. Okay.
Check 2 of 2.
2 of 2, so I went past it and I hit down arrow once. So I'm going to up arrow once.
Even odd radio button not checked. 1 of 2.
Now, one thing I'm going to tell you about using up and down arrow is you just saw the issue. If your talking software ducks out, you're not sure where you're at. Once you find out it's a radial button, do use the letter A. So we're on even. I'm going to use A, so I know I'm going to jump to odd. Okay? Now, JAWS, once again, he would say odd because you're not going to be using a screen reader. Now, you can try enter, control enter, alt enter, applications key, and I've done all of those and nothing will select. JAWS periodically tells me it's selected. He is lying. So what you want to do as a teacher is you find out these issues. My more advanced kids would have figured these out, but they're not in third grade. So what you want to do is route your cursor. And that's going to be done with caps lock left bracket. I am in laptop mode, and I suggest, even if you have a desktop, to put your talking software in laptop mode. It gives you the ability to use both laptop and desktop commands. I love using the caps lock as my insert key, and you're going to use it a lot. So let's go ahead and caps lock or insert left bracket to route my cursor. Okay, at that point, my screen reader would say odd selected, and to actually mouse click it. And if you're not visual and you're not sure what's occurred, you do that. You're literally walking your mouse across the page. And I use my routing of my cursors often. We teach the students how to do that also because it gives you tremendous power. So go ahead and caps lock 8 now to select it. Okay, and at that point, the screen reader would say selected, and you can hit enter to submit it.
Enter.
Okay? Now, what happens is a graphic comes up and it says, well done. It will not speak that, so the child actually doesn't know. So what they're going to do is just up arrow, and they're going to see if it asks a question again. So let's up arrow. Okay, and I forgot to turn off my JAWS cursor. And you visually saw the mouse move around. You do need to immediately do caps lock semicolon to get back to your PC cursor, caps lock semicolon. Okay, once you are back, now you can go to your up arrow and move to your different items.
Is 84 even or odd?
Okay, so is 84 even or odd? So we're going to down arrow and we're going to find the even button. Or, even better, hit the letter A, because once the child learns that even is 1 and odd is 2, they will know how to hit A and listen quickly. Okay? So I hit A one time and it's on even. Your screen reader will say even. But now I need to route my cursor. So caps lock left bracket.
JAWS to virtual PC.
JAWS to PC. And don't we love it when he decides to talk every once in a while. Okay, so caps lock 8 is going to select that.
Left click.
Okay? And as soon as you select it, go ahead and hit enter and submit it. Okay? Now, remember, go back to your PC cursor, caps lock semicolon.
Virtual PC.
Okay? And I've been tweaking my JAWS commands, and I've decided I do not like that audio feedback, so I will be turning that off after I do this presentation. Okay, up arrow again. Okay? And remember, let's just say you are not using a screen capture, so up arrow, down arrow.
Navigation region end.
Okay, and down arrow.
Is 49 even or odd?
Okay, so is 49 even or odd? We know that is odd, so you're going to hit the letter A twice, and once again, it will read to you. I also highly suggest putting a Braille display because the Braille display works really well with IXL because we already know just sometimes it doesn't want to read. Insert tab will always read it. So I'm actually going to do A, and whether it speaks or not, I'm going to insert tab to force my screen reader to read. Okay? I know I've hit it once and it's going to be uneven.
On radio button not checked.
Okay. Let's say that did not read. I'm going to insert tab now to force it.
On radio button not
Okay.
checked.
So we'll just say you're going to be in normal situation and it decides not to read to you, but that will come up on your Braille display also. I do want odd, so I'm going to route my cursor with caps lock left bracket. Okay, and once again, it will read to you on that, and we caps lock 8 to select it.
Left click.
Perfect, and you're going to hit enter to submit it.
Enter.
Okay. Okay, and immediately go back to your PC cursor and up arrow. So the way the child knows is he's got it right, is it will read the question again. If he up arrows, it will actually say you've goofed. Let's goof and see what the issue is. So PC cursor, okay, and I'm going to up arrow.
Is 55 even or odd?
Okay, we're going to say it is even. I know I'm going to hit A for my radio button.
Even radio button not checked.
Okay,
102.
now my talking software is deciding to cooperate with my screen capture. I find that very hilarious, but it doesn't matter. This is technology. Caps lock left bracket.
JAWS to virtual PC.
Okay, and we're going to go ahead and caps lock 8.
Left click.
Okay, and you're going to hit enter.
Enter.
Okay. Now, once again, your talking software will read, but not always. So how are we going to force this to read to us? Go back to your PC cursor with caps lock left bracket. Okay, and you're going to I'm going to down arrow to actually going down and listening.
Land. Heading level 2. Sorry, incorrect.
Okay, perfect. But they're going to up arrow or down arrow. They hear sorry, incorrect, and then they're going to down arrow and listen. Okay, it will say the correct answer is colon. Okay, it will say even, it will say odd, and you're going to go ahead and go down to got it. Okay, at that point you can hit enter on got it. Got it is also a button. So if the child immediately realizes the issue, they can just hit B for button. As soon as they hear sorry, incorrect, and they go, oh, I goofed, they can hit B for button and go right to got it. I also want to show you can do insert F5, so let's do insert F5. And I'm pulling up all of my form fields. You can do this in your questions also if your child is just having, really needs to be very specific about it. So insert F5 also works, and you can down arrow, and your talking software will say even radio button not checked. And yeah, it's just a different way, okay? So your insert F5 field does work. But we're going to go ahead and go down to got it button. But once again, the kids get very good at this. If they're not sure what the issue is, they're going to go ahead and go all the way down. They're going to hear the explanation, and especially when they get more advanced, and it will actually help them a lot improve. So I'm just going to hit G on got it right here, got it button. And they have two got it. So you got it is first, sorry on incorrect. You go to your A radio buttons, or you just down arrow through it. and you can enter on the first got it. Let's say the child does not know it. They're going to continue to down arrow through their explanation, and then there's another got it button. Let's hit enter on that. Okay, and enter again. Remember, your insert F5 only brings you there. You have to hit enter again. So insert F5, you hit enter on it, it brings you to your item. You have to hit enter again in order to select it. Okay, so that is how you can do IXL. You can select buttons, checkboxes, anything. This just happens to be an issue on this particular page. IXL in general is very accessible, but this is technology. And that's the reason why we want to know lots of different commands in order to help us do what we need to do. Okay, I hope that helps. Remember to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and thumbs up when you like it, so I know to do more like this.